Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell. Welcome back, and this is my review of Unhinged. Unhinged is basically just the only film out right now, so I went to see it, and it stars Russell Crowe, who plays this guy who has just been kind of cast aside by society. He's very down on his luck. He's had a lot of bad stuff happen to him, and as a result, he just kind of cuts loose, thinks that violence is the only way to really make his mark, so to speak. And so he just kind of starts taking revenge. One day, Rachel, played by Karen Pistorius, kind of just pisses him off during a honking incident on the road, and he just decides to stalk her and try to make her life a living hell for the day. Russell Crowe is probably the best part of this film, I would say. He plays this very unhinged, psychopathic character, and he just does it really well. He's the only person who actually has some actual material to chew on, I would say, in this film. Karen Pistorius also does good, but she just is kind of reacting to everything crappy that's happening around her, so I don't really get to see a whole lot of different sides to her performance as opposed to Russell Crowe. They're both kind of one note for the most part, but Russell Crowe has a little bit more to chew on, like I said. I also thought that they did the tension in this film really well. Just from like the first 5 minutes or so going into the rest of the film, I was just kind of just tensed up the whole time, not knowing when anything was going to happen or what was going to happen. It seems like anything that deals with like a person being in a car just always puts me on the edge of my seat, because I just don't know where like the car that's out of view is just going to slam into them or something is just going to happen. And so films like this that take advantage of that, and I think it does it pretty nicely. And for the most part throughout the course of the film, I was very unsure of what was going to happen when. That said, it does try to focus and dive into some themes, specifically like distracted driving and mental illness. I don't think it nails them the best. It definitely dives into the distracted driving side of it a lot more than the mental illness part, with people on the road, like putting on makeup or being on their phones or texting or what have you, and just not paying attention to things around them, which kind of is leading into my second critique, is the realism. Because with films like this, you want to make it seem like it could actually happen in the real world. And I'm sure something similar to this has happened at some point in time. But there are two situations specifically where it just kind of seemed like, why is nobody actually doing something? There's one point where he's rear-ending her with another car, and just does it repeatedly. No cars around them react at all. Just everyone's not paying attention. And it's just, I would like to think that people would like notice that and do something about it, or just like try to stop it to some extent. And then there's another part in a cafe where a confrontation happens that I won't specify, where nobody also does anything to stop him. So it's just seemed very odd, I thought, in that regard. I would have figured that with a cafe full of people, somebody would try to do something. So it just seemed kind of weird to me and kind of threw me out of the realism of the film. Overall, I thought it was fine. I had a fun time enough watching it. It's a fun weekend movie flick to go and see if you can turn your brain off enough. Again, I think Russell Crowe does a good job. I'm pretty sure he wore a fat suit during the production, because he just plays this really big dude. And it's just not something that you typically see from him as an actor, and so I thought that he did that really well. I don't think he put on that much weight. I would assume as much, at least. But if he did, props, I guess. And then the tension is done really well. Just the realism and the themes didn't really stick for me as well as they maybe could have. But like I said, it's a fun 90 minutes. Go check it out if you're solely interested and you feel like you can go see a movie at the theater again. But guys, those are my thoughts on Unhinged. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Did you like it as much as I did? Did you hate it more than I did? Let me know. I'll be trying to put out more reviews, seeing New Mutants next week, and then Tenet the week after. I might try to do anime stuff. I don't know what I'm doing with this channel. I haven't done anything for 5 months. So we'll see where this goes. But as always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell. And once again, keep on watching.